So this actually happens a lot to people when they get laid off. They go on interviews like right out of the gate, and then they don't land the jobs, and they start to get really crisis of confidence, a lot of self-doubt. So let's talk about where that comes from, okay? So when you get laid off or fired, anytime your job is, involuntarily taken away from you, it shakes your confidence and it affects how you act in interviews. And I know this because I've been coaching people on this for 20 plus years, okay? So the first thing that you have to do is, I don't want to say make peace with, but comes to terms and be able to articulate what happened in a way that doesn't, create anxiety in you. And the reason for that is that if you're nervous going into job interview, when you get asked the question, why'd you leave your last job? Then that nervousness is going to come through in everything you say and do. They're going to sense it. They're going to feel it, right? So we've got to make peace with it. I tend to work with people to the point that they are like, JT, I am so ready for that question. Like, bring it on. I know my answer is great and I believe my answer. In fact, I had to build a course over at Work It Daily called Fired to Hired, or you could also call it Laid Off to Hired, because so many people needed the steps in the process to get to that place where they're like, I am ready to answer that question. So that's the first thing that I need you to consider, okay? But the second thing that a lot of people don't understand is that interviewing has evolved. Okay. Companies are very focused now on you answering what's called behavioral questions. These are open-ended questions designed for you to give more of like a storytelling type of answer. And the problem is people don't tend to prepare for these properly. So you get in there and you either give too little information because you're not prepared, or you kind of punt and you give too much information and you sound all over the board. That can come across sounding narcissistic and desperate. And the other one can come across sounding like you don't know what you're talking about. So like the story of Goldilocks, you got to get it just right. So do not sleep on the importance of interview prep. And one of the ways to help you with that, another course that we built at Work It Daily, is to help you understand what happens before an interview, during an interview, and after an interview from the employer side, from the recruiter and hiring manager side. And so we explain all that and teach that to people so they know what to do in all of those spaces. And we also teach you how to correctly answer the behavioral questions. This is going to give you what you need to go in and be confident. Because I don't want you to be cocky. I want you to have the perfect balance of confidence and humility, but I'll tell you how you get there when it comes to interviewing. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. No one can ever take it away from you. So with the right planning, like the Fired to Hired and the interview prep, those two courses, I would strongly recommend. If you were in my program, those were the first two courses I'd be sending you to right now to get you to that place, okay? And if you want access to them for free for 7 days, all you have to do is go over to Work It Daily. We have a 7-day free trial, so you could get instant access and check them out and see what you think, all right? But I hope that helped. Please don't give up. What you're experiencing and this happening is very common, but it's fixable. It is totally fixable with a little knowledge, okay? And keep the questions, folks. Keep them coming. Like and follow me here. I'm trying to help you as much as I can every single day on this app, okay? Love you guys. Good luck. Go get them.